Hi guys, what is up? Welcome back to my channel, GlamBySam. Thank you so much for clicking on this video. Today I just have a quick fun little video for you guys because I was actually unboxing some new makeup the past week and I remember I did something very cool. So the thing I'm super excited about is I actually made my own Colourpop palette. So I think this is something that a lot of you guys are not familiar with because I didn't know it myself either, but apparently on the Colourpop website there's an option where you can basically build your own palette and customize it how you want it. And I thought it was so cool, so I just had to do it. And I thought that in today's video I would just share the colors that I chose and how they look and swatch and stuff. I just want to have a little talk with you guys about this palette because I think it is adorable. So if you're excited to see my custom built Colourpop palette, then please keep on watching. So the option that is available on Colourpop website is called Build Your Own Palette. And basically it allows you to build and customize your own palette, which I think is such a fun idea, and that way people can just create their own palette. Now what this is basically an empty magnetic palette, and then you choose all these single shadows inside. But a single shadow from Colourpop I believe is usually around $4 to $5, but this is actually a pretty good deal because in this bundle you get a palette and then 12 shadows for I believe $24. So that is an amazing price. It's slightly more expensive than the regular Colourpop 12-pan palettes that they just come out with in different collections, but for the price I think it is amazing that you get to customize your own color story and really like create your own little palette. So I was so excited to do this, and they actually have two options available for the outer packaging as well. They have this really pretty butterfly packaging, and then they also have one that's like I believe palm trees themed, but I really thought this was so gorgeous. A lilac pink color, just says Colourpop, and then it has these butterflies on there as well as on the back. There's some glitter on there which I think looks pretty cool, and then the inside just has that same packaging with a pink like purple border here, and then it has all your magnetic eyeshadows. So basically how these arrive, when you order the bundle, you're basically ordering an empty palette with all of these loose eyeshadows, but you get them for a really good deal. But that is the reason why they arrive separately. So they do arrive in the same box, but there's an empty eyeshadow palette, and then there's just all of these like single shadows packaged in there that you have to put in the palette yourself. But I think that is just such a fun way because you can get to customize the layout as well. I just had a lot of fun putting this palette together. I think you guys are all curious to see the shadows that I chose, so let's just get into that. So it doesn't have any names on here, so that is like a disadvantage, but it does have the names on the back. So we're just going to go through all the shadows and I'll tell you guys the names. So the first one in here is this peachy light color, and this is called Lay Low. So this is just a very pretty peachy base color. I'm actually also wearing that right now. So then one of my favorite shades in here is called Charge It, and this is also a matte eyeshadow, and it's sort of like a dusty pink eyeshadow, which I think is super pretty. I'm wearing that as well. Then we have a shimmery sort of coppery color, and that is called Thank You next. Then all the way here on the right we have a sort of like dark brown with sort of like a red undertone, which I also think is stunning. I haven't used it yet, but I'm so excited, and this is called Feathered. There's no pressed glitter in here because those aren't eye safe, so I didn't want to put these in my palette. But then I have two shimmers that look pretty similar, but the first one has a little bit more of a pink undertone, and that is called Monarch. If I'm pronouncing that correctly, I'm sorry if I'm not. Then we have another shimmer shade, and that's a metallic, and that is called The Most. Then we have another matte sort of like base color that's also like a perfect transition color I think, and that one is called Wake Up Call, and that one just looks like that if you can see it. And then we have a very pretty sort of like light warm toned brown, and that is called Conundrum. I don't think I'm pronouncing all of these names correctly, so I'll put them in the description box as well for you guys to see. Then we sort of have a vibrant peach in here, which now looking at the palette doesn't really like go with the theme, but online I thought it looks cool, and it's so pretty color. Just doesn't go the best with the color scheme of this palette. But this is called Flowerboy, and this is also a matte pressed powder shadow. Then we have a very just like warm tone brown that I think is a perfect crease shade, and that is called Good Thing. So that is the one over there. And then we have two shimmery shades left, and this one I think is one of my favorites out of the whole palette. It looks so pretty, and this one is called Call You Mine. It's just a really pretty sort of burgundy purple shadow that I think looks so stunning. And then the last shade here is a dark like silver shade, and that is called Goody 2 Shoes. So that is what all of these shades look like from this palette. I think I did a really nice job creating a color story like this, and I want to show you guys some swatches as well. So we'll swatch 3 shades. So I think we'll swatch this one. They do have a bit of fallout, but overall I really like the Colourpop formula. And then we'll swatch this one. So here is what the first one looked like swatch, which is Thank You Next. Then we'll swatch the dark sort of like burgundy shade. This is a super pretty shade. Please don't judge my swatching capabilities. I'm not the best at swatching eyeshadow. And then we have the light pink shimmery shade right here, which I don't know if you can see it, but it's absolutely gorgeous. That's actually a really pretty shade. I really like that. So that is my custom built Colourpop palette. If you decide you want to switch out a color, or let's say I think this one doesn't go with the color story, I want to get a new shadow, I can just buy a single shadow from Colourpop's website. You will pay like $4 I believe for it, so it's a bit more pricey. Just take this one out and pop a new one in. I think that is such a fun idea. They also do these with like face products, so you can put like a blush and a bronzer in there I believe. And then they also do like bigger palettes, so you can put like way more shades in here, because now I have 12, but I believe you can also put like 24 in there. I'm not entirely sure, but I think that is just such a fun way to sort of like create your own color story and have your own palettes basically. So I really wanted to share this with you guys. I think this is such a fun idea if you are a makeup lover, if you have a friend that's like a big makeup lover and you want to get them something. I think this is just such a fun personalized gift. So that is basically it about this Colourpop palette. I really hope you guys liked it. I would love to hear if you've ever like designed your own Colourpop palette, or if you're planning on making one, or like which colors you would put in there. So I did want to say that if you did enjoy this video, then I would absolutely love it if you gave it a thumbs up, and don't forget to subscribe and turn on the notification bell if you don't want to miss any of my videos. All of these things would help me so much with my channel, and I really appreciate it. So with that said, I want to thank you guys all so much for watching. I really hope you have an amazing day, and I really hope to see you in my next video. Bye!